Hello, everybody. I'd like to call to order the regular board meeting of the Canton Township Board of Trustees on August 12th, 2025 at 7 o'clock p.m. Can we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Clerk Segers, can you please take roll call?
All right, yes. Trustee Ansari,
Good evening.
Trustee Foster,
Good evening.
Trustee Ganguly,
Good evening.
Trustee Borninski,
Good evening.
Treasurer Slavens.
Good evening.
Let the record reflect the Clerk Segrist is in attendance and is saying good evening. Supervisor Graham Hudek.
Good evening.
All present and accounted for.
Thank you. Okay, can we have a motion to adopt the agenda? Are we adding then or no, we're okay because this is an item? Okay,
Madam Supervisor, I move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Support.
motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Treasurer Slavens. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. So the first item is presentations, recognitions, and formal resolutions. And let me see, I think we have somebody online also. Okay, thank you. Well, let's just read,
Madam Supervisor, I move to adopt the resolution 2025-28 declaring August 25th through the 29th, 2025 Smart Week in Canton, Michigan.
Resolution of Board of Trustees, Charter Township of Canton, Michigan. Resolution declaring August 25th through 29th, 2025 Smart Week in Canton, Michigan. Whereas guns are the #1 killer of children and teens in the United States. Whereas Canton Township is committed to creating a safe environment contributing to the safety and well-being of our children. Whereas almost every single day, a child gets their hands on a gun and unintentionally kills or injures themselves or someone else in the United States. Whereas research shows that one of the best ways to protect children and teens from accessing guns is to implement secure firearm storage practices. Whereas research shows that the most effective way to prevent children from accessing firearms is to make sure all guns are stored, unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. Whereas there are steps we can all take, gun owners and non-gun owners alike, to make sure kids can't access guns and put themselves and others in danger. Whereas an estimated 54% of gun owners don't lock all of their guns securely, and an estimated 4.6 million children live in a home with at least one unlocked loaded gun in the United States. Whereas when guns aren't properly stored, tragedy can strike, whether it's a child finding a firearm and injuring or killing themselves or someone else, or someone stealing it and using it to commit crime in our communities. Whereas protecting public safety in the communities they serve is mayor's highest responsibility, whereas schools, hospitals, state agencies, and community organizations are committed to their crucial role in reducing injuries and deaths by promoting secure gun storage and safety. And whereas Smart Week raises awareness and promotes efforts to educate the public about secure gun storage, and we commend the program Be Smart in their endeavor to keep communities safe. Now therefore be it resolved that the Canton Board of Trustees declare August 25th through 29th, 2025 to be Smart Week in Canton Township.
Support.
motion made by Trustee Foster, supported by Treasurer Slavens. The Be Smart campaign was launched in 2015 to promote responsible gun ownership in order to reduce child gun deaths. Be Smart, S-M-A-R-T, is a framework that parents, caretakers, and community leaders can follow to help keep their communities safe. SMART stands for secure. Secure all firearms in your home and vehicle. Model responsible behavior around firearms. Ask about the presence of unsecured firearms in other homes. Recognize the role of firearms in suicide. Tell your peers to be smart. So any discussion on the resolution by the board? Okay,
I just wanted to thank the supervisor's office for bringing this to us. And in case anyone is not aware, we did have a tragedy a few weeks ago in Canton, and a child was killed by a gun. So I think this is very timely, but also very necessary. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? So as Trustee Borninski said, we all, when somebody gets killed like we had in our community just a couple of weeks ago, it affects families, first responders, communities. My family personally, we've lost two youth by gun violence, by suicide, and it's real, right? It's even by suicide, it's gun violence. So the group, actually, SMART, came to us. I don't know if they're online. I can't see who that is, but this is unfortunately timely, and we do have, our police station does have trigger locks for people to come and get. I know you were giving them out on National Night Out. We also have them if anybody wants to come and ask. Is that correct, Chief?
Yeah, that's correct. I think it's important to recognize in 2024, the legislature put forth a law that talks to this point where it's actually against the law for not storing your weapons safely. That includes either a safe or a gun lock, which we will provide. We work with Be Smart to receive those for free, so it's not a burden on the taxpayer, but it's the impact of what a gun can do to someone is extraordinary. I would like to report, though, our gun offenses and our weapon offenses are down 33% this year, so that's a positive thing.
Thank you. And if somebody wanted to get a trigger lock, they would just come to the
Yeah,
police?
you could certainly come up to the front desk. Our community policing officer has them also. We stock those, and I just spoke to the community policing officer last week, and he's putting another order in with the expectation that this will generate some education around this and have folks come in.
Trigger locks and storage safes.
Yeah, and we don't have storage safes;
No.
they're quite expensive. But at the very least, the locks are very a great way to store them. And I wouldn't say it's or; I would say a lock and a safe. So.
Yes, correct. Anyone else? All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Next, we have approval of minutes from July 22nd, 2025. Oh, that's right, I'm sorry. Any board commission reports? No? Okay, public comments on agenda items only. Public comments on agenda items? Also online, we do have one person. If you would like to comment on agenda items, please raise your hand electronically. Okay. All right. The approval of minutes from July 22nd, 2025.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Treasurer Slavens. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion passes. The Treasurer's report or payment of bills.
Madam Supervisor, I motion that we pay the bills.
Support.
Motion made by Treasurer Slavens, supported by Trustee Ganguly. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. The consent calendar.
Madam Supervisor, I move that the board adopt the consent calendar as presented. Item C1, consider approving the annual licensing renewal of Power DMS. C2, consider approving the purchase of 4 additional pieces of furniture from Kentwood Office Furniture. C3, consider approving the renewal of annual licensing for Gray Key Software. C4, consider waiving the bidding process and purchase office furniture for Fire Station Number 1. And then finally, C5, consider waiving the bidding process and approving a purchase order to USG Water Solutions for the maintenance project at the water storage facility.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Trustee Borninski. In early 2025, I'm sorry, that would be the consent calendar. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. General calendar, item G1.
Madam Supervisor, I move to approve a purchase order and professional services agreement with TMP Architecture for the Summit on the Park renovation project in the amount of $322,500.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Treasurer Slavens. In early 2025, Canton Township received a State of Michigan legislative earmark grant in the amount of $2.5 million from State Representative Runji Puri's office for the Summit on the Park renovation project. This renovation derived from a feasibility study conducted in 2020 with the goal of realigning the functionality of the Summit on the Park to meet the current and future needs of our residents and guests. Some features to be included in the architecture and engineering design will be a new 55-plus club, expansion of the fitness center, kitchen renovation, creating a multi-purpose room, and other interior renovations. In addition to the legislative earmark from the state, Wayne County is providing $150,000, and the township is setting aside an additional $1,680,000 for this project, for a total project cost of approximately $4.3 million. After an exhaustive vendor review process, the architecture and engineering services will be provided by T&P Architecture for the amount of $322,500, which represents 7.5% of the project costs. Director Norwood, do you want to add anything?
Thank you, Madam Supervisor. This is, as you know, it's an important project. The Summit is our icon of Canton, so we're looking forward to tackling this through MSD, but we'll be working with several different departments on this to make this happen. Certainly Leisure Services and IT are very interested in what we're going to be doing there. So happy to answer any other questions.
Questions?
I'll just say, I worked, when I served on the Plymouth Canton School Board, I was on, with the Bond Oversight Committee at the time, and TMP was the architecture firm that had designed Liberty Middle School, and they were working on a number of designs, security upgrades for all of the facilities. They were great to work with. They were a quality firm. And so I was happy to see that they had put in a competitive bid and that they had made it through the recommendation period, and because I had a good history of working with them. And then the second bit, I found, and this is separate, but I had a conversation once with former State Senator Bruce Patterson, and he told me he was initially one of the, when they opened the summit, he was a guide, like they would escort people throughout the summit, and something he had told me that I did not know is the iconic silo of the summit is designed to emulate a corn silo, which is paying homage to Canton's history as the sweet corn capital of Michigan. So if you look at that spire at the summit from Heritage Park, you're essentially looking at what is attempting to be a replica of a corn silo. And when you look at it that way, you can kind of see it. So I'm just that is related to the item, I swear, sort of. Parliamentary wise, I think that's related. But I thought of it. So just don't touch the spire, or former Senator Patterson would be quite angry, I think.
Thank you. Yeah, Tanya?
Director Norwood, I understand that we are basically putting it out to design, and when it comes back, we'll make a decision on which part of it is, if it's something is cost prohibitive, we'll not pursue that, and we'll just do some things within the budget that's available to us.
Yes, that is
right?
correct. It's I'm not going to say it's a la carte, but it's something like that. So we'll be looking at different pieces as they come through the design process, because we got to work within a budget. So.
And I also heard that the TMP was also have also done some previous design for Summit.
Yeah, they had done an expansion of the fitness center. I'm familiar with them. I worked with them before in other institutions in my prior career then on another rec facility in Dearborn. So they're very good at what they do.
Yeah. I saw that they also worked in Dearborn and other communities. And I'm very excited for this project because I'm seeing the Summit burst at the seams right now with our growing population. And it's a 25-year-old building, right? Or has it been 25 years? Anybody here knows that?
30?
30?
30.
Yeah, 30. So I think we need to make some changes to expand the go ahead.
Yeah, Summit opened in '96, so yeah, about 30 years old.
About 30 years old, yeah. So I think we have, the population in the community has grown, and it's pretty high in demand with all the programming that we offer there. So I'm pretty excited about this project to give, have more space for people to come and enjoy the facility.
It's going to move along quickly with the timeframe of the grant and things, so we'll be coming back to you very quickly. Yeah.
Anyone? Kate?
Yeah, I first of all wanted to thank John Zelinas for answering a couple questions I had this afternoon on this one. But also, like Michael, I served on the Plymouth Canton Community Schools School Board prior to being here, and am familiar with the work they did for the, TMP did for the school district. And also, I saw, they have extensive municipal experience as well, so I'm very comfortable with this.
Else? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes.
Madam Supervisor, if I may, I would like to make a motion to amend the agenda, moving item 10 up to the next item between item G1 and G2, if that would be appropriate.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Trustee Brudzinski. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. I'm sorry, it didn't pass yet. So Susan is here, and I don't want to have her. I know you are welcome to sit here and listen to our entire meeting, but I understand. But you would like to talk about the budget.
So our overall, it's only an increase of 2.5%. 80% of our budget is just costs that are passed on from Ypsilanti. The only change since the Finance Committee meeting was a decrease to our furniture expense for admin. We're getting new carpet at Middle Rouge, and the estimate that we received came in much less than I originally planned for, so that was pulled down a little bit. For the Ypsilanti sewage treatment charges, I used a 2.5% rate for them, which is conservative. I've been working with their finance director on what our upcoming year's rate is going to be, and we're likely going to leave it flat. I would like to leave the budget as is. It's on the conservative side. We use a 5-year average of flows plus a little bit for growth. And when factored in using the projected flows, our debt obligations, our portion of their debt obligations, and the IPP charges, it's 2.1 overall. I did send you guys a copy of our budget, and it shows the 2.1% for sewage treatment. We also brought one of the Jacobs employees in-house as a Watua employee. It was previously part of the contract that we had for our operations with Jacobs. So our admin costs, although admin has increased, but our O&M costs have decreased because we negotiated that contract down. It more than offsets the cost of bringing him in-house with his salary, his health insurance, and all the benefits included. So it also includes our capacity rental with Yucca and the CIP charges. We typically bill you guys in January every year for the CIP program. We didn't bill for 2024 and 2025. That billing will resume in January of 26. But outside of that, unless you guys have any questions, that's all I have.
So this is for the Western Township Utilities Authority, the budget we approve every year at the meeting. Does anyone have any questions about the budget?
Madam Supervisor, I move to approve the attached resolution affirming approval of Watua's proposed budget for the fiscal year ending September 30, 2026.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Trustee Foster. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Now, it's cooler in here than it is outside, so. G3.
G2.
Oh, G2, I'm sorry, G2.
Madam Supervisor, I move to approve the contract pending legal review and purchase order to GM and Sons Incorporated for the Victory Park Arctic Edge walk improvements for a total project cost of $150,000.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Treasurer Slavens. In June 2025, Canton Leisure Services advertised a request for proposal for the Victory Park Arctic Edge walk improvements. This is an improved project funded through CDBG to remove barriers and provide accessible walkways at Victory Park's Arctic Edge. As a result of the RFP, 2 proposals were submitted and scored using responsible contracting by Finance, Community Development, Engineering, and Leisure Services staff, resulting in GM and Sons scoring the highest overall. Therefore, we are recommending to award the bid for the Victory Park Arctic Edge walk improvements to GM and Sons for a project cost of $123,540, plus an additional contingency of $21,460 for a total cost of $150,000 pending legal review. Greg's not here. So let me see. Oh, John, would you like to?
Yeah, wasn't directly involved in the project, but I do have some knowledge of it and happy to answer any questions. I can try at least.
Okay. Any questions or comments? No? All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item G3.
Madam Supervisor, I move to waive the bidding process and approve the proposal from Shield Assessment for an internal promotional process of police sergeant in the amount of not to exceed $11,900.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Treasurer Slavens. Human Resources and the Police Department are requesting to waive the bidding process and accept a proposal from Shield Assessment to run an internal promotional process for the position of police sergeant. This process would establish a 2-year eligibility list as required by union contract. The cost for up to 10 officers to participate in the sergeant promotional process is $11,900. So Director Bao, do you want to add anything?
I can answer questions. I have nothing to add.
Director Rochelle, would you like to add anything?
We've utilized Shield Assessment in the past, and they've done a really great job for us, and I appreciate the consideration for being able to utilize them again for this internal process.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Okay.
Yes, so I noted in our background information that it said that they'll create and administer the process, but they will also incorporate policies and practices specific to the Canton Police Department, which I appreciate because I think that our police department is very special and we have some great policies and practices that we want to make sure continue.
Thank you.
Anything else? Okay. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item G4.
Madam Supervisor, I move to again waive the bidding process and approve the proposal from Priority 1 Emergency to uplift a 2025 Chevrolet Tahoe police vehicle in the amount of $17,859.58.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Treasurer Slavens. So the Police Department, working with Fleet Services, is requesting to waive the bidding process and accept a proposal from Priority 1 Emergency to uplift one new 2025 Chevy Tahoe police vehicle in the amount of $17,859.58. Upfitting consists of purchasing and installing lights, sirens, and additional specialty equipment needed to transition a factory-grade police vehicle into a patrol-ready vehicle. Due to a shortage of vendors who provide this uplifting service, our regular locations are experiencing extreme backlogs, some with up to 1-year wait list. So that's a lot of things happening. So Director Bao, do you want to add anything?
Appreciate the consideration. As you see, 1 year can be quite considerable. You remember not too long ago, I came to the board with some urgency looking for police vehicles to buy. And it's troublesome to get them on the lot and not be able to, what we call uplift them, but really outfit these vehicles so they can be used. This is a specific vehicle used for canine services, and we're going to use a Canton vendor that's does this type of work. We just haven't used them traditionally in the past. So this will be a test to see how well they do and how quick they can turn around the vehicle. And working with Director Norwood's crew, I think we'll be able to provide some good analysis through this process. So, and we'll have them in our community, and we'll be able to check on them from time to time to see how they're doing turning this vehicle around. So it's really a problem. It's 9 months to a year is what we're hearing, just to get a vehicle outfitted. And it's important because there's specific equipment that needs to be inside the vehicle that doesn't get jostled around. And as you see, when police vehicles are in accidents, we can't have stuff unsafe for our officers. So thank you.
Great. Any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item G5.
Madam Supervisor, I move to waive the bidding process and approve entering into a 5-year TASER 10 certification leasing program for 115 tasers and accessories from Axon Enterprises Incorporated in the amount of $598,242 to be paid in annual installments.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Trustee Foster. The Canton Police Department has used tasers for approximately 25 years as their less lethal duty weapon. Prior to the new TASER 10 model being released, the department had purchased and owned several different model versions of the weapon. The department staggered its purchases, ultimately cycling through tasers every 5 years as the warranties expired. With the release of the TASER 10 model, Axon is now offering an all-inclusive leasing program which provides for the new TASER 10 units holsters, magazines, batteries, docking stations, duty and training cartridges, various training materials, train-the-trainer vouchers, and licensing. With the purchase of these prior TASER models, the majority of these accessories were either purchased a la carte or non-existent. So the police department is requesting to waive the bidding process and enter into a 5-year leasing program for the new tasers with Axon Enterprises. It includes 115 tasers with full accessory and training packages for 5 years at a total cost of $598,242 to be paid annually. Axon Enterprises is the sole source provider of this taser product. Director Bao, do you want to add anything?
I can add a little bit. These tasers, just for your understanding, there's really no other game in town. And they have a monopoly over this type of instrument that we use. One thing that coincides with the training with our police department, with the current taser, you're restricted about 25 feet in. When you're trying to de-escalate situations, these allow us to move as far as 45 feet away before they actually work. So that range is very helpful when you're trying to bring a resolution to a situation. Number two, it's just a presence often that brings compliance, because as a person that's been tased multiple times for good reasons, they don't feel good, so.
All right, any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes, and we don't want to find that out. We'll believe you.
Take your word for it.
Yes. Item G6.
Supervisor, I move to approve the municipal credit and community interlocal agreement between Suburban Mobility Authority for Regional Transportation and Canton Township, and authorize the township supervisor to sign the contract on behalf of the township.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Treasurer Slavens. Each year, the township submits its annual specialized services application to SMART to provide funding for the Canton Mobility Transportation Program. In the past, SMART notifies the township of its eligibility for funding, typically around $89,000. It requires an authorized agreement to receive the available funds for each fiscal year. Canton then signs those funds over to the transportation provider, the Canton Transit Commission, to promote a more efficient process. SMART has established an interlocal agreement for use with each community to provide an annual flow-through of funds from SMART directly to the Canton Transit Commission. The Canton Transit Commission will continue to credit the full amount of these funds towards Canton's obligation to provide local public transportation services. Community Development is requesting authorization of the municipal credit and community interlocal agreement between SMART and Canton Township. So Director LaFever, do you want to add anything?
Nothing to add. I know Treasurer Slavens also serves on the commission with me, so I'm sure either one of us would be happy to answer any questions.
Diane, do you want to add anything?
The Nankin Transit is a wonderful program, and I'm happy that, we can work with SMART on this. So.
All right. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item G7.
Madam Supervisor, I move to waive the bidding process and approve the 5-year system upgrade agreement and technical services agreement with Word Systems Incorporated.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Trustee Brzezinski. Public Safety is requesting approval to enter a 5-year systems upgrade agreement and technical services agreement with Word Systems, Inc. The agreements support the required statewide radio system enhancement and include 2 server replacements, with 1 needed this year due to end-of-life equipment. Public Safety is requesting to waive the bidding process to maintain consistency with the current loggers and servers to ensure continued system compatibility and support. So these systems are responsible for recording radio and phone communications within public safety. Director Bob, do you want to add anything?
Nothing further to add.
Clerk Segrist?
Do you know, so we've bid this out and Word Systems Incorporated has been selected as the vendor prior? Is that what my understanding?
My understanding is this, I don't remember that part of it being
Is
bid
your
out.
mic-
I don't remember
There.
that being bid out in the past. I just know this is a system we're kind of locked into according to IT. I don't know if you can answer that further, Jamie.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, that's correct. We've been using the NICE system for as long as I can remember, so I don't believe I know that this is the same system that we've been currently using is a continuation of what we've already had.
Okay, so we're being asked to waive the bidding process because if we didn't extend this, we would essentially be looking at doing a whole new system and having to bid it out and start from scratch. And so this is a continuation of that. That makes sense. Okay.
In the sense of, there was a little sense of urgency when there was a recent change in our telephone systems in the township, if you remember. It was supposed to be to be unaffected to the dispatch center, but it turned out this system was identified as being needed to upgrade, which hence the RBA tonight.
I see. Okay. Sounds very important.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item G8.
Madam Supervisor, I move to approve the reclassification of the Clerk 3 position to a Clerk 4 position within the TPOAM bargaining unit for the Water Billing Division.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Trustee Foster.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Trustee Ganguly. The introduction of the advanced metering infrastructure and automated meter reading to the Water Billing Division allows for real-time reading of water usage. With the technological upgrade, there are increased clerical responsibilities. Therefore, the treasurer is requesting to reclassify one of their assigned Clerk 3 positions to a Clerk 4 position within the TPOAM bargaining unit for the Water Billing Division. The Human Resources Director has reviewed, evaluated, and supported the request. The reclassification has also been presented to the TPOAM Union Board, who agreed to the upgrade. The Finance Department estimates the cost of the reclassification would be approximately $3,100 for 2025. The cost will be absorbed within the current water billing budget. Director Rochelle, do you want to add anything?
My understanding is with the addition of the technology, there's a lot of daily responsibilities that have been added to the clerical staff that is doing this work in the Treasurer's Department. And this would really help to right-size and look at the depth of the work that is required to fulfill this position with the introduction of the technology. So I'm sure Treasurer Slavens can add to that, but happy to answer any other questions.
Diane, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, no, I would appreciate everybody approving this. This new program that we have is really, it's adding more tools to my staff. So we're able to monitor to see when a meter is getting too old, so we can set up appointments for staff to go out and replace those meters, which, as you know, Canton's getting older, so these meters are aging quite quickly, as well as monitoring any leaks. They're able to do final reads. And this, we're able to do it right in-house instead of the guys going out. And so it's putting more work, more tools, more work for my staff, which is good, which is relieving Department of Public Works to go out and do other things. So I'd appreciate everybody's support in this.
And you also, would this help you, because I know you, if you see extensive water usage, you usually call the resident also, or business.
Correct, yeah. My staff's really good about, and now with the real-time reads, we're able to see if there is a large leak, to contact the resident right away, give them a call, or if we don't have their phone number, email, to let them know, to check if they, just the other day, I had a resident with a high use, well, they had left their spigot on outside, their water spigot, and they were on vacation. So we try and prevent high water bills if we can. And this new program, we're able to do that, so.
Questions or comments? No? All right, thanks. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item G9.
Madam Supervisor, I move to authorize the Township Supervisor to sign any and all necessary documents to join the Alvogen, Amneal, Apotex, Hikma, Individuor, Myelin, Sun, and Zydus National Opioid Settlement Agreement.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Trustee Brzezinski. The state of Michigan is participating in 8 new national opioid settlements with Alvogen, Amneal, Apotex, Hikma, Indivior, Myelin, Sun, and Zydus. These settlements are in addition to previous settlements with Walgreens, Teva, Purdue, and other companies responsible for perpetuating the opioid crisis in the United States. The board is being asked to authorize the township supervisor to sign all necessary documentations for participation in the settlement. The settlement provides for a maximum of $720 million in payments to participating states and local jurisdictions to remediate and abate the impacts of the opioid crisis. The settlements also contain injunctive relief governing opioid marketing, sale, distribution, and/or distribution practices, and requires the manufacturers to implement safeguards when prescribing opioids. The settlement with Amneal also provides payments of up to $74 million over 10 years and provides either $177 million of its generic version of the drug Narcan or up to an additional $44 million in cash to participating political subdivisions. Does anyone have any questions? Kate?
Just a comment. I really appreciate our legal team going after these settlements, because we do use the money for important work that we're doing.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item G11.
Madam Supervisor, I move to authorize the Township Supervisor to sign a letter of intent agreement with Axiom Construction Services Group, LLC, regarding their bid for construction of Fire Station Number 4.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Treasurer Slavens. The Fire Department is requesting to enter into a letter of intent with Axion Construction Services Group, LLC, as a recommended contractor to be awarded the construction bid of Fire Station Number 4. The township went out for bids on construction of the fire station in December 2024 and subsequently interviewed 3 contractors. Axiom ranked as the lowest qualified bid submission, coming in $1.5 million less than its competitors. To hold the price, Axiom is requesting a letter of intent so they can move forward with ordering equipment, et cetera, at the originally quoted prices. The department is unable to award the bid officially due to restrictions from the federal grant upon all environmental surveys and requirements being met. The department will bring back the Axiom construction bid to the board for final approval. Jamie, do you want to add anything?
Just that this is really just a strategy to, be able to start purchasing things for the fire station at current prices. I believe the letter of intent goes through March of next year, and obviously we'll be building the station before then. We really already wanted to be building it by now.
Right.
But we ran into the problems with Eagle. We've done a lot of work to, make the station footprint smaller. There's going to be a land credit cost as well that's going to be associated with the building of the station. But ideally, what we're trying to do with this is just to strategize, to have them start buying things now for the station so inflation costs aren't going to impact us as bad as we don't want that. Yeah.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Tanya?
Is there an estimated date?
To start construction,
We're waiting for Eagle?
we are waiting on Eagle. We haven't submitted yet to them, but I've been told in a lot of the meetings that we've had that it's imminent within the next few weeks. But once it gets to them, there's also a process. I believe there's probably a lot of people that are ahead of us that maybe are also trying to build things, and it's just a process. So I'm optimistic, though.
Yeah, we have been.
Cheer?
Yeah, we have been waiting for this, and
I know.
I'm very excited that we probably will have something of a start of a building by early next year. So
If I have to go down there and start it myself, I probably will.
Start digging.
Yeah.
Any questions or comments? So like you said, we were building it and then we ran into that some of it was wet and they had us adjust where it was and redistribute the shape of it because of the water. Okay. All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item G12.
The last agenda item of the evening. Madam Supervisor, I move to approve the offer to purchase the following parcels of land under Wayne County tax foreclosure at the minimum bid amount listed in the attached budget amendment.
Support.
Motion made by Clerk Seeger, supported by Trustee Brudzinski. On July 1st, 2025, we received the annual letter from the Wayne County Treasurer identifying parcels that were recently foreclosed upon by the county due to unpaid delinquent taxes. As a community where these parcels are located, Canton has the first right of refusal to purchase a property for a public purpose should the state not exercise its options. We are interested in two of the parcels on the list with a bid price of $40,197.72. So the first parcel is located on the south side of Warren, east of Lilly. It's 1.98 acres. The second parcel is on the south side of Newton Road, east of Beck Road, and is 7.10 acres. So do we have any questions or comments?
Yeah, I was curious if we have any idea of, could you share like what zoning this is? Like what zone type this is? I'm very curious.
Let me see, Warren, east of Lilly. Yeah, unless we can pull, go ahead.
Both parcels are in residentially zoned areas. The first parcel, parcel number 1 is just under 2 acres. It's adjacent to Fire Station number 2. It is, the issue with the parcel is it's objectively worthless for the purposes of development because Tonquish Creek runs through it. And so because of Wayne County setbacks, people purchase it and they can't really build on it.
Yeah.
And so the township's kept an eye on that property for a couple of years because additionally we've looked at potentially putting in a park on the property we own that's also next there. So this could essentially add about 1.9 acres plus some wetland to a potential park opportunity for in the future.
Okay.
And then the zoning for tax parcel number 2, that is also located, that's adjacent to the golf course. And it is also a property that is along the river. It is kind of landlocked, although we could extend Newton Road through. Additionally, if we ever wanted to extend the Lower Rouge Trail, that would be ideal. It's both of these properties, if brought to engineering or to planning, would fail to be able to meet stormwater, storm sewer, setback. They're undevelopable properties.
Okay.
So every couple of years, someone buys them and comes in and wants to do something, and we send them to Wayne County, and then Wayne County says, no, you can't put in a septic, and then they come to us, and then, and it starts about a 6-month period where you have to educate them on the fact that they bought a lemon. And so finally, it's like, well, we're just going to take these properties off the market and then potentially use parkland or see if there's something we could do with them, is the idea.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments? Thank you, Clerk Segrist. All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Okay, online, now it's additional public comment time. Let's look online. We have John Zelinas. John, if you want to speak, you can please raise your hand electronically. Does anyone in the room, public comment for 3 minutes? You state your name, please, in 3 minutes.
Hi, my name is Anthony Plesha. I just want to make a comment. I don't know if anyone here has gotten any proposals for AI data centers, but if you have, I advocate against approving them because they use up too much electricity and could potentially use up too much water. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Mr. Miller?
You don't have a timer on the wall today?
Sure, I'll put one up if you want. Wait a minute.
Let me know when you want to start.
Okay, just a second.
Evidently, we're not using the light system.
Oh,
We should get that. What happened to that?
it's upstairs. It keeps
What went
delaying.
wrong?
That was the best thing ever.
Yeah. It was massive. Okay, come on. Why is that doing that? Get started.
You want me to put one on my phone?
Oh, he wants to see
He
it.
wants to see it.
George wants to see that timer.
There we go. Clock. Oh, come on. That's the wrong clock.
Nice if Zoom had a built-in function.
I know.
Do
We
they?
did. We did have one, but I don't know why it's not coming. Okay, timer stopwatch. Let's see.
Or more?
Yeah, there is one. Oh, there's one with Zoom. Is there an attachment to Zoom?
If you can't get it, we'll continue.
Okay, go ahead. We'll just time you. I'll keep looking while you're going.
I imagine you'll be tracked. September 19th, 2023. Eagle gives a comment on the deep well and leachate systems. The city of Romulus was told that the facility over in Romulus would never accept hazardous waste prior to the transfer of the existing license. The city of Romulus was advised that new owner would only use the facility for managing of landfill leachate from landfills it owns. And it goes on to say, was a desire to manage leachate generated from its landfills inside the state. So I would like to know, we'll get to this atomic waste problem. Years ago, Mr. Castiva was representative. He called for the records for some stuff to be in so-and-so cell out there at that site in Van Buren. It never showed up when they did a drill test. Did it get there or what happened? To put a stop to this, they're supposed to test everything that comes into sight, right? The truck and the driver is interviewed and on video, and it says, put it in cell 13, for example, it better show up there. And so what, years ago, 30 years ago, at that same site, Van Buren had a problem. Hooker Chemical had a load of PCB coming in. Everybody was out there protesting. So the governor at the time says, come up and we'll see how this is run. They go up and see how it's run, and Hooker Chemical brings it in the gate and dumps it. Now, why should we trust these waste haulers? Bottom line. Another thing is, I've been coming here for many years. Mr. LaJoy, Williams, and this outfit here in power now, I've never seen anybody protest anything. Not one time. Not one item, no matter what it is. It's always a yes. No matter what it is. Let's get on this gun thing situation a little bit and touch on it. Tasers, 45 feet, maybe you need them. Most of this gun stuff shooting runs from 5 yards to 10 foot. 25 foot, I imagine you could take care of anything you need to, usually. Usually, there are some exceptions. Now, with this safe gun thing, if somebody was to break in your house and tearing down the door, you gotta open the safe, you gotta get that, you gotta unlock it, and they'll have the door kicked in, and it takes 5 or 10 minutes for the police department to get over to your home, maybe. Their response time, maybe people should ask them that, and it's all done, it's over. The damage has been done. So, yeah, keep them safe. And some of the locks I see here, I don't believe they have it for shotguns to slide down the barrel, or pistols, or 22 rifles especially. And there's some shotguns, only with the 6-inch piece, all you gotta do is take the front off and tap it on the floor, and it all falls apart, and the lock falls off. Done.
Thank you. Any other? Ooh, hey, thanks.
Crushed it.
Any other comments?
Crushed it.
Public comments? Nope, public comments closed. All right, we're going to start with administrative comments. John, do you have anything?
We have our last Thursday night concert series, concert this Thursday night, and we're also going to be dedicating a new mural in Heritage Park, so encourage you all to join us Thursday evening for that. So summer is winding down. I know a lot of people are getting vacations in, but we do still have a few events and programs left. So squeeze those in before summer's over.
What's the last group that's playing?
It is a Motown theme.
Motown.
And the headliner is called Packin' Heat.
Packin' Heat. And then what is the cultural performance before that?
The pre-show is called Fertile Dance. Fertile Dance.
Fertile Dance. Okay.
Like
Thank you.
fertile?
Fertile.
Fertile.
Like your fertile dance?
You put me on the
Is this
spot.
like
They just give it a flair.
Christmas? Was the Christmas story for Gile incident? Uh-oh.
Do we know what that is?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Not fertile.
So come see actually the cultural performances are really cool. And then of course there's Motown
That's it.
dancing afterwards, so.
6:30. Yep.
All right, thank you. Rochelle, anything?
Before everyone goes to all of those things, we have our employee picnic on tomorrow, so looking forward to that as well.
That's true. Employee picnic, and that's also a Motown theme.
Yes, and
So
meeting
you can
and
dance, you
sending
can dance at the
people-
employee picnic and at the concert afterwards.
Wait, sorry. You said tomorrow? Is it
Thursday?
Thursday.
Oh, sorry, Thursday, yeah.
Thank you.
Today's Tuesday,
Thursday.
right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hills Motown, or are they New York?
Jamie? No? Chad?
Real quick, we're looking at running a traffic detail, and everyone likes traffic enforcement, but we are concerned about school starting soon, so I just want to make the residents aware we're going to be more present in the school areas starting when school starts, and we'll run that as long as we need to. But just keep in mind, be careful when school starts and be mindful of the children as they go back to school.
Thank you. Dave?
I don't know if you were going to mention, Madam Supervisor, but next week, Wednesday, there's going to be a public meeting about Ford Road project at the Summit.
Yeah.
From 4 to 6 p.m. It'll be like a workshop style, not a workshop style, but stations you can go talk to MDOT staff. We'll be talking about the latest plans for the Ford Road Boulevard project.
Great.
Barn on Ford Road, huh?
MDOT, that's right. All right, thank you. Board, Amara?
I think our directors have covered it, so yeah, I'm good.
Thank you. Kate?
Yeah, just reminder about staying cool with this hot weather again, and your pets. Make sure that they have access to water and can go inside. And then also I wanted to mention that, last week we had some days with really bad air quality. And I know my son had an asthma flare, so please take those seriously. They really can affect your health.
Yeah.
Thank you. Diane?
Just, I hope everybody enjoys the last of their summer. It's almost over, so enjoy the beautiful weather.
Tanya?
Yeah, just enjoy summer, stay cool, and make sure your pets have water. Sometimes I leave a cup of water outside my house because there are so many animals out there. Just that helps them.
Thank you. Summer?
Just want to thank you, Supervisor Graham Hudak, for your leadership on the radio waste that was coming in from New York and protecting our community, radioactive waste, and for protecting our community. So thank you for your leadership there, and thank you to the other communities in Wayne County for signing on to the lawsuit and making sure that we're protecting our drinking water and our natural resources in Canton. So thank you.
Thank you. Clerk Segris? Thank you.
I was made aware a few days ago that Canton will be having a November election in 6 of our current 33 precincts. We will, the Van Buren School District and the Wayne Westland School District have both put proposals on the ballot. So my office is gearing up and getting ready to run another election. About 11,000 of Canton's 73,000 active voters will have an opportunity to cast a ballot. This was obviously not going to impact anybody who lives in the Plymouth Canton Community Schools District, but there will be 2 different tax questions on the ballot that some people in Canton will have an opportunity to vote on. One of the benefits of these local elections is that we do have the opportunity to bill the school districts for the costs of administering the election. So we will front those costs, but we will have an opportunity to recoup those costs. They're not very costly elections to run, but they are coming up, and so people in those areas, I saw some folks from one of the HOAs were heading down stairs there in the Wayne Westland School District, so I did let them know to expect to if they're on the absentee ballot list, to see their ballot coming to them, and applications to some folks to join that list or to get a ballot. And then we will be having the election on November 4th. It's going to be a fun time.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
And then, of course, Summer Foster is winning an award that we're all going to be attending. Do you want to talk about the details of what that award? No, you don't. Yes, we're going to make you read it when you get it. You're being.
I'm being honored by an organization called My List, for leadership, along with Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson, Attorney General Dana Nessel, and Lisa Wozniak, who is the Executive Director of League of Conservation Voters. And that will be September 28th in Ypsilanti.
Great, thank you. We're all going to be there. Thank you. So, yeah, as Trustee Foster said, the radioactive waste, Judge Cox has done an excellent job in looking at the safety of our residents, and he's going to do another ruling. It's August 28th. I think we're all going in again, so. But at least we've stopped it all from coming in right now, and it's not just this way, so that's really cool. That's really cool. We got to keep fighting.
Did they send it to Texas? Do we know?
They're sending it to Texas, yes. They're sending it to Texas. Feel bad for Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas, including the
bigger.
radioactive waste.
It's bigger. But we did do it, we did do a resolution to stop it even from crossing state lines, because, you know, it's
Oh.
on our roads too, you know, so we gotta, so hopefully we come up with better solutions in this country.
Or don't drop bombs.
Yes, and don't drop
Don't drop
nuclear
bomb-
bombs.
nuclear
Exactly,
bombs.
exactly. Peace. All right, any other comments from the board? Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support.
By Clerk Segerson, supported by everybody. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Meeting's adjourned.
I voted nay.
Oh, you voted
Create some.